Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even
Red
really
Lords,
have a
what's
real
good?
hobby. It's not a real problem.
Boys!
And I still got it. I need $1 billion.
Boys!
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't
What
really
is
care
good?
about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. It's not a real problem. And I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah, I've been in the lab.
Let's just be honest, be very real about it.
Thinking about my goals.
Come on, boys.
Not fun to be around.
Come
Now I
on,
want
boys.
the whole field. Ain't no bush to beat around. I take it to the sky so I don't ever see the ground. Wild call by, you can say I'm in the hunt now. Living out my fantasy, they love it when I touch down. Flyer than a plane or a pelican, I'm up now. Money, true holiday, I'm playing for the Bucks now. I'm out in BK, Steve Nash. I don't see much, man. I own.
Wait, pause. This happy freaking Friday, boys. How the heck we living? How the heck we doing? Top dogs. How the heck we doing, dogs? Wait, what the heck? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? All right, from the top.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really.
What y'all got going on, dude?
I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. That's not a real.
Can y'all hear me?
problem.
Can y'all see me?
And I still got it. I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it.
I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby.
It's not a real problem. And I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah, I've been in the lab, so.
Wait,
I'm
can y'all
not
hear me and see me or no?
around thinking about my goals, so I'm not
Oh,
fun
you
to
can't
be
see me.
around.
Oh,
Now I
snap.
want the whole field.
Oh,
Ain't no
snap. Oh,
bush
there we
to
go.
beat
Straight
around.
lords.
I
What's
take it to the
good?
sky, so I don't ever see the ground. Wild call
What's up,
by. You
boys?
can say I'm in the hunt now, living out my fantasy. They love it
What's
when
up,
I touch
boys?
down. Flyer than a plane or a pelican. I'm up now. Money, true holiday. I'm playing for the Bucks now.
Does this sound normal?
BK,
I can't hear myself.
I don't see much, man.
and I only see
You
cash.
can't be mad. You need to relax.
What they got going on, fellas?
I'm about to relapse. I'm getting all this money just from making these apps. Hope they take care of my hood when I'm paying each tax. I'm managing my waist, so they say
Let me
I
get
need cash.
sound.
They look me up on Google, they be keeping these tabs.
Let's be real about it.
I mean, I don't really care about how you feel
Feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby.
It's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really
gonna send this.
Not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah, my balls are infinite. My cars.
How about now? Chat.
I should get a Tesla and put your chick in it. I should call your mom like I love your chicken dish. So she calls you.
You guys hear me? See me? Are we rocking or what, boys?
Look up to him. He can make it hit. I said, what's up to him? You can't take that shit. I can't fake that shit. I'm the one to get. I don't give a damn about who I'm up against.
Is Twitch working? Let me get Twitch working. Let me get Twitch working, boys. Oh, we rolling out? Let's go. Let's rock, dude. Let's freaking rock, my boys.
They be trying to flatter me. Baddest beast. You should really check out their anatomy. I'm not lit on Twitter, but they gon' still be atting me. They can't take it out of me. Mommy would be proud of me. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it.
All right.
I don't even really have a real hobby.
Boys.
It's not a real problem.
And I still got it. I need a Billy. I need a Billy.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it.
My top dogs, my Shredlords. How the heck we doing, guys? How the heck we doing, guys? What do we have going on in the world today, man? Hey, it is, oh my goodness. I can't, bro. It's such a good Friday. It's such a good Friday, guys. It's such a good Friday. There's just like so much to be thankful for, so much to be grateful for, boys. It's just like you can't not be living and be happy and be blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what's going on in the world, man. We get a chance to wake up and get the heck after it, Shredlords. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, someone please catch me up. What we got going on these days? How's y'all week? Give me a little details about the week, man. I want to hear all about it, bro. Spam how your week was out of 5. If you had a banger, dope week, that's a 5 out of 5 week. If it was like a crappy week, that's a 1 out of 5 week. I'm curious to hear how y'all rocking and how y'all rolling, man. Wait, Chris, you got our Discord thing? Chris, you got our article out? Oh, you got spring break? Oh, snap. Hey, Chris, take a break, bro. You got a spring break? Go take a break, man. I ain't know you had spring break. Bro, it's your senior year spring break. You doing something fun? I'm not gonna hold you up. Senior year spring break? In high school? Check out CVE. Oh, y'all already talking about stocks. Oh, you're a junior. Oh, okay. Never mind. Get back to cranking. Crank. A-Dub says W week still lots to do. 5 week thus far. I love that, my man. I love that. I don't even remember like high school spring breaks. When you get to college, that's when spring break is kind of like legit, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Spring breaks in high school, I don't think those count that much. That's kind of like a chance to just catch up on sleep. It's kind of just like a chance to catch up on sleep if I'm keeping it a buck. So let's see what we doing. Let's see what we going with. What happened in the world today? My equities are so mixed. Guys. I have no clue what's happening with the equities. The ghetto. Chris, where's our thing, bro? This is your first task in the internship. Don't fumble. Chris, don't fumble. Yeah, I'm kidding. No pressure, Christopher. No pressure. It's only just your first impression. I told you, man, you doing anything but chat capital, it's gonna be a lot of pressure, bro. It's gonna be a lot of pressure. Anything you do for chat capital is gonna be a lot of pressure. I'm just keeping it a buck. Wait, Edwin, what you got going on, broski? I just saw the chat. Next week's about to be Fire Week. Wait, hold up. Spill it eats. Not too much. Only what you can share and are willing to share. But it seems exciting, right? So it's exciting. Something exciting is happening. We are working on it. Give it another day. Okay, first and foremost, you guys literally had one job this week. Put together a market update. And they want to talk about AI's not about to replace people. Guys, AI could have had this done yesterday, boys. How we gonna be moving at Citadel pace? We can't even get market updates out, boys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm kidding. I'm joking. CJ, Black Mama Trader, what up, top dogs? How y'all doing, man? How the heck y'all doing? Black Mama Trader, once again, you somehow, sir, had very, very, very compelling theses on names, and VG kind of took off today, right? I think it was you that said VG, right? I don't know if I wouldn't say it took off, but at one point it was up 8% today. You know what I'm saying? At one point the thing was up 8% today. Isn't that crazy? That's absolutely insane. I don't know, bro. I don't know where you get your information. I don't know where you get your information from. I don't know where you're getting your information from, bro. But I will say though, it's reliable. It's reliable. You're 2 for 2, my guy. You're 2 for 2. I don't know where you get information from, brother, but it's reliable. It's reliable, twin. You said it's up 120% because of the war? Oh, it is. Wait, chat, look at it, look at this. Wait, let me close my email. It is. This is crazy. Now, what about this name specific? Like when you was thinking about opportunities to deploy capital, what about this was kind of like, if we go to war, this is the name I gotta buy. Like what about this was like, dang, I gotta buy this. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying, bro. Whatever your information is, Black Mama Trader, you're for hire. Okay, you know why? We're looking for a chief trader for Chat Capital. James used to have that seat. He used to be the chief trader. James has since retired, guys. James one day might come out of retirement. So right now, James is retired. So we have a vacancy in Chat Capital's chief trader. So Black Mamba, would you grace us with your stewardship and your leadership, sir? Get us in the mix, my dog. Hey, Edwin out here dropping straight gems, bro. Pressure makes diamond. Looks like we might ink something. You've been working on it since before the live started. Bro. Let's go! Let's go, Edwin. I'm a geek for you, bro. CJ, what Kramer talking about? Hey, CJ, Kramer's the biggest scam in America, bro. He the biggest scam in America, bro. Whatever he says, do the opposite, boys. Whatever Kramer says, do the opposite. Inverse Kramer. CJ, we about to have an inverse Kramer portfolio. Hey, Tumba Cool, what up, top dog? Welcome to the live streams, man. That's the first time seeing this name. Happy Finance Fridays, bro. Hope you're having an immaculate week. Hope you're doing incredibly well. Hope you're living in abundance. Hope you're making smart money moves out here. Just watched your video about buying businesses. Your background is very interesting. Thank you, sir. Hey, man, I'm just your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, bro. Giving out really good game. That's the point, man. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying. Nah, I literally, guys, I'm addicted to business. I'm addicted to investing. It's literally like I can't function without it. So I kind of just like do this with freaking a camera on. You know what I mean? Hey, Jack on SoundCloud. What up, top dog? Good to see you, Jack. Happy Friday, brother. Hope you're having an immaculate day. I hope Dallas is treating you well, my dude. Hey, I hope everybody's doing so well. Where's Richard? You know what I think? Richard isn't in the live stream yet. I think Richard's on a date. Chat, what y'all think? I think Richard's on a date. I've been taking notes. I think Richard, low-key, he shows up late to the live streams on Fridays. I think Richard might be taking a little shawty on a date. Because last Friday, Richard did a whole, what did he do? It was like last Friday or Friday before that. He did a little, like, salsa lessons. Ain't no way he going to salsa lessons by himself. He said dancing classes. I'm like, boy, you a freaking business acquisition owner mogul. What you doing to go and doing dancing lessons by yourself? You ain't doing no dancing lessons by yourself. So that's how we know, chat. He out here on a date. We built this whole budget. Chat, we built a whole budget this week together. We did a whole budget together about how we saving money and we're not about to be spending money on taking people that we're courting out on dates. You know what I'm saying? And then Richard wants to go freaking spend all this cash. I guarantee he's taking some girl out to Nobu. I bet you he's taking them around the business. I bet Richard's flexing like, hey, you know I own me some pet grooming businesses in Texas, shawty. You want to see some of the pets? Hey, one of the biggest flexes you can have. Y'all ever seen that Batman movie? Where he was like, he was sitting with Harvey Dent and that one girl, and they were like, Batman, Bruce Wayne, he was like, what'd he say? Let's put some tables together. And then Harvey Dent was like, oh, I don't think we can do that. He's like, oh, it's all good. I'm the owner. Hey, that's probably what Richard be doing. Y'all might not know, but I think Richard might low-key be one of the wealthiest people in Texas. I think he just owns a bunch of stuff in Texas. He just be going around there just out here making stuff rock, man. Jack, what's IMMR? We looked at that before, didn't we? Developer and licensor of touch feedback technology. Oh, we definitely looked at this. This was like the weird niche one, wasn't it? They had immersion tech, but then they also had some very random business, didn't they? It was like a very random business too, right? Wasn't this like a portfolio of a bunch of weird ones? Yeah. So they did like the touch for like phones, cars, and video games. It's like an odd portfolio. Tumba Cool says, as a finance and accounting major, hey, W, that's a good degrees. Graduating this semester. Hey, turn me up, bro. Do I believe that MBAs are becoming diluted? Do you believe MQF is a better option to get into BlackRock KKR positions? I'm assuming you're inquiring about BlackRock because you want to work at BlackRock. I have no opinion on BlackRock. And I hope, Tumba, I hope you're not coming into our live streams mistaking my background. I never worked at BlackRock, bro. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. I actually never did work at BlackRock. Hey, Mario Moneda. What up, Top Dog Shred Lord? Welcome to the streams and thank you for subscribing to the fam. Welcome. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing immaculately well. But, Tumba, my man. I don't know what an MQF is. What's an MQF, guys? Guys, and also, I'm a hustler. I'm keeping it a buck, boys. I'm a hustler. I'm not an academic genius. You put me in like any like standard school environment, test environment. I don't like that stuff. Put me out in the streets. Put me out in the freaking forest. I'm gonna come back leading the pack or something. You know what I mean, boys? You know what I mean? Oh, CJ, thank you for getting my name right. It was Blackstone. Why did I leave Blackstone KKR? Well, I left Blackstone to join KKR. That was the first. So my first job was Blackstone. Then I left Blackstone to join KKR. And then after KKR, it was kind of like, do I keep doing this whole private equity thing, work for somebody else? Or do I build my own? And I think the equity upside, the lifestyle, and the creative freedom with running my own holding company, Dreamline, I think 1,000 times better than working at KKR. But I love KKR. Great firm, great people. They built the playbook, bro. And like, bro, I had like monthly meetings with George Roberts, and he would just give me straight game on deploying capital, investing, businesses. It was like one of the best jobs I could ever have. And they paid very well too. The only issue is just like, bro, I gotta build something. I got no responsibilities. I'm still young. I got all this energy. There's a crazy opportunity right now. I've always wanted to build my own thing. KKR also didn't allow me to do content. That was like a big thing that kind of forced me to jump and build stuff. Is like, if you work at a firm like that, you can't have a content creator presence. So I've always wanted to be doing YouTube and content. I think it's a really fun second half of my brain that I'm learning how to use. And it's, I would never been able to do this if I was still at KKR, just because of like compliance purposes, boys. But I'm excited, man. I think I made the best decision. The lifestyle ROI of me leaving KKR to do my own thing, build the holdco, and start doing content, couldn't have asked for anything better. It's so dope, guys. It's amazing. Also, it's a master's in quant finance. Bro, the highest math I did, guys, was calculus. Calculus 1 in college. I didn't do Calc 2. I didn't do organic chemistry. I didn't do any of that stuff that those geniuses did. So I don't even know what freaking quant finance is. My question, though, I feel like, my question, though, is, isn't AI going to mess that, not mess that thing up. Isn't AI going to disrupt quants? Or what do y'all think? What's the first thing I did when I left KKR? I went to Central Europe and in Asia. I took a 2-month solo trip. And I booked one-way tickets. I had no planned itinerary. And I went to where did I go? I was with Hamilton. Also, guys, I don't know if Hamilton's in the stream, but it was Hamilton's birthday yesterday. So let's just spam happy birthday, Hamilton. Ham ATL, my boy. It was Hamilton's birthday yesterday. But I met up with Hamilton in Prague. Then we went to Prague, Vienna, somewhere in Slovakia. And then I went to Germany. And then I went to Spain. And then I went to, and then I flew to Tokyo. And I was in Tokyo, then Kyoto, then the Philippines, Cebu and Manila. And I was able to meet my family in the Philippines for the first time. That was epic. And bro, the whole time during that trip, guys, I was just like plotting, thinking about the vision that I wanted to build, praying, journaling, moving the body, like getting 20,000 steps in a day. It was perfect. Because like prior to that, guys, like I've worked 100-hour weeks like for 10 years straight. And like the only vacations I would have would be like 5 days a year. You know what I mean? And I would still be working on vacation. So it felt very like freeing to have that be like my first thing, is like leave corporate, travel the world. And I came back locked and loaded, y'all. Popped off, started making some content, started sourcing deals. Boom! Now we're 12 months later, boys. 12 months later, boys. Now we got Shred Lords with Chat Capital. Are you over or under 30? CJ, I'm actually 45, bro. Black Mamba Trader, why did you leave for private? Money flow in-house sounds easier? 100%. Dudes, what I make right now is like pennies compared to what I used to make. You know what I mean? It's like pennies to what I used to make. But it's kind of like the like my whole like when it like you I don't want to like crap on anybody's career if they're in private equity, and Boogie's in private equity, but he'll understand this. Like, you have no life. Like, no life at all. Your life is the deal cycle. Right? Like, guys, I was traveling to a new state every single week, working on weekends. Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, it was like a lot of work, and I loved it. I enjoyed it, but the work relative to the cash comp that I got was just like, it's a lot of work for this cash comp. versus like the same work that I would do for myself to have cash dividends from portcos as well as equity value, bro, it's a way better setup. Like if I'm gonna put all that work in to do all that stuff, I might as well do it to like own something, I think. Wait, CJ, I was totally joking. Gotcha. I'm not 45. Bro, you thought I was 45? CJ, I have the attention span of a 5-year-old. I'm goofy like a teenager. Bro. I'm not freaking 45, dude. Don't be thinking I'm 45, bro. I'm not 45. You're close. You're close. You're close. Definitely not 45, dude. But that's true though. Black don't crack. I'm black Filipino, so my black and a Filipino. And my hair's like really long too. 25 max? That's a compliment, Black Mamba Trader. That's a compliment. I'm definitely over 25. Hey, how do I pronounce your name? Nadistar? Nadistar or Needstar? Nadistar? Or how do I pronounce that? Do I recommend buying a roofing company? Funny enough, you're like the third person this week that's asked me about a roofing company. What the heck are y'all up to? Are you guys like popping off with roofing businesses? Netty Star? Okay. I will look the same at 45? 100%. 100%. You wanna know why, boys? You wanna know why? Because I'm about to go to freaking Korea. I'm about to go to freaking Korea, boys. And I'm about to get this whole freaking Korean skincare examinations. I'm about to have them do like scalp evaluations. My issue though is graying. It's like genetic and I'm always stressed. So you have Nigeria company, bro? No, I don't have any. I wish I had a Nigerian company. I want to go to Nigeria though. Oh, Nigerian parents? No, I'm just black and Filipino. And my black, I'm not African. Well, I am African. Well, I'm African American. But like my parents ain't from Africa. So, I don't know if that makes sense. You know how you got African and African American? Like Africans are from like Africa. African Americans, we from like the dark history of America. So, you know, my lineage, there were some slaves in America. So, so I'm like black, like American black, and my Filipino. Okay, wait. So it's not just me, Edwin. I've seen so many freaking roofing companies. Bro, so many freaking roofing companies. They're literally like everywhere, dude. I was thinking about moving to Dubai, but I don't have any friends there. You know what I mean? All my friends are here. All my family's here, you know? And I'll be honest, like, this is weird for me to say. I don't mind paying taxes, guys. Keep in mind, my entire career, guys, I've paid 50% in taxes. My entire career, I've paid 50% in taxes. So I'm used to just getting freaking railed by the freaking tax system. All right. I'm used to it now. But I'm down to pay taxes for like a quality of life. Like if I can live in like where I live now, guys, I live in a very beautiful area where like I'm 5 minutes from like the coolest beach in the entire world. And it's I'm down to pay taxes. But now like with the holdco strategy and portcos is like you can do it strategically. To where like I'm not paying myself like serious cash comp. I'm gonna pay myself enough to just like pay essential bills, but like all of my like wealth, I'm not touching it. Like I'm leaving it in the holdco in the system to just like compound tax free. Or like I can put you guys on a bunch of games if you guys ever want to know. There's like life insurance wrappers, there's like all these different vehicles, there's like all the stuff you guys can do to just like strategically optimize your investments for tax efficiency. In case that's the proper way of saying it. Right? But there's a bunch of ways to just like do that. Your issue is when you make a lot of money and it gets into your bank account, right? Like you can make a lot of money and like not touch it or ever see it. You know what I mean? like Roth IRAs, life insurance products, HSAs. I don't know if you guys know about HSAs. You guys better be, if anyone here is in America, you guys better be maxing out your HSA. There's a triple tax benefit on HSAs. No tax when you put it in, no tax when you withdraw it for eligible healthcare expenses, and no tax when you take it out. And after a certain age, it converts to a regular investment account and it grows tax-free. Cheat code. Wait, Need Star. Would you say what the heck for? Is I'm Black Opino?
Arrow plan to travel to Canada.
What else? Yeah, so like, okay, so it's like there's like a bunch of roofing companies coming for sale, and I'm trying to figure out like what the mad rush is. Because like for some odd reason, wait, also, wait, I'm gonna get to that question. Wait, we never did answer. Oh, hello, Michael Anthony. Hello, sir. How you doing? What up, top dog? Here you go again with the PAGs. Are you an employee of PAGs? Every time you come in, you're telling us about PAGs. Okay, wait, but Toomba cool. Sorry, mate. Welcome to the stream. You now know Kenny gets distracted. All right, I told you I have an attention span of a 5-year-old. But if you want to work at KKR, Blackstone, BlackRock, I would say MBAs are useful because legacy private equity still very much has like an old boy network recruiting style, right? They like to recruit from certain schools. They like to recruit from certain banks. The best thing you can do is try your best to go somewhere where you can get deal experience. And it could be working at a middle market private equity firm. It could be working as an intern while you're in school at a search fund, whatever that might be. The number one thing you need to prioritize is getting tangible like deal experience on your resume. Pre-MBA and during MBA ideally. And then when you have the MBA, that opens up like the networking route to like network with people that are alumni that work at those places to help you land some pretty good gigs. I wouldn't place a premium on a quant finance specialty or degree if you want to work in private equity. But if you're looking to do like public credit, go to a Citadel, that might make sense, but that's not my I know nothing about that. So hope that helps, bro. I just had it in the back of my head. Crazy Productions, what up, top dogs, Red Lord? How the heck you doing, Crazy? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're having a fantastic week, bro. I hope you've had crazy W weeks, dude. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you, Crazy Production. So good to see you, man. That's true. It's been a minute since I've seen him. I don't know when the last time Hamilton been in here. Hamilton don't be supporting me no more. Hamilton don't be hanging out with the boys no more. JK, but. So, Hamilton was supposed to come here today. So he was supposed to fly in today. But I got like some like super important stuff like with the Holdco to do this weekend and next week. So we had to push it. But me and Hamilton are planning a trip together. So we're probably gonna hit Korea and Japan together in like September, October. So that's gonna be sick. We're gonna do like some overseas streams with the boy Hammy. But yeah, W Hamilton, it was his birthday yesterday. But back on these roofing businesses, bro. And Needstar, like I kid you not, you were literally the third person this week that's asked me about like roofing businesses. I would look at a 10K of a business called Top Build. Like before you even think about buying it. Also, I don't know if are you guys in a Discord? Wait, get y'all butts in the Discord, boys. There was one of our homeboys, one of our OGs. His name is Rich Topic. He's he works in the space, and he like for Chat Capital he covers roofing. He's like our roofing expert, and he put us on Top Build. And here we go. I pinned the Discord. But if anybody's looking at roofing, go on the Discord and like ask questions and just like ping Rich Topic. But he told us about Top Build, and they're doing like a lot of good stuff in the roofing space, and I think the number one thing if you want to do like the roofing sector is be wary of the insurance cost, be mindful of your labor cost. If you can, prioritize businesses that are doing commercial roofing. Stick your customers, bigger projects, and don't overlook diligencing the sales function of those teams. Because oftentimes the sales functions of those businesses are usually like the owner's relationships with like neighborhoods and HOAs. And if the owner's gone, you got to rebuild those. So you need to figure out, is there like an established sales team? Are they hiring a bunch of frat boys just to go door to door? Do they have a street team, etc.? Things like that. And also understand that like roofing is like a very competitive market from a consumer perspective. Meaning that like on the revenue side, it's kind of like a race to zero on pricing. And the reason why I'm not the biggest bull on roofing right now is that like, if I wanted to get a roof done, there's like 10 options I can do, and I'm going to bid them all against each other. So downward pricing on price, downward pressure on price. But then also my raw materials are going up, my insurance costs are going up, and my labor price is going up. So my margins are naturally being squeezed at a business model fundamental perspective. So that's why I'm not like gung ho. You know what I'm saying? But there's ways to play it. Like if you find a 50, 100-year-old one, pretty banger, but just be very mindful of it. Be mindful of it. And I would honestly take a look at this here. This is a really good presentation. So if you go to Top Build and you go to their presentation, we looked at this together on stream a while back. They go through everything that's happening in the roofing sector. I mean, literally everything. They talk about trends. They talk about their acquisition strategy. They talk about margins. They talk about locations, the difference between the residential and commercial side. This is good goop right here. This is good goop for the boys. I'll put it in the Discord. I'll put it in the Discord for the boys. Wait, Black Mama Trader, what other deals you got for us, bro? What other companies you got for us, huh? You're 2 for 2, brother. What should we do next week, man? What should we do next week? What should we do next week? Okay, here's the stuff. What else I got going on, man? That is true. Peak season is coming. And it's one of those things where it actually is recession resilient, but it's just like the margin profile on that is just like, it's tough to underwrite growth in that kind of sector. I mean, you can grow through acquiring others, but it's a real play. Oh, Black Mama Trader, you think Dubai's gonna survive? Sorry, I'm delayed. I'm catching up on the chat. So low key, we should probably look at getting some property in Dubai right now. Why they got the little bit of conflicts going on? Wait, CJ, your insurance went up 100% in 4 years on your house? What the heck? Oh yeah, I am meeting CJ in Vietnam, December and January. Okay, you guys worked it out? AAW. Juan Money, what up, top dog? Shred Lord. My guy. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you had a fantastic freaking week. Philip Morris. What's PM? You guys know I'm an ethical investor. This is a cigarette company. Come on, dudes. I wouldn't personally buy it, but I learned about it. Let's check out their 10K. Y'all know I'm an ethical investor. You know what I'm saying? I invest in things that don't do bad. You know? It is a great stock, though. That shit, Black Mama's like, I don't care. That's funny. Hey, Juan, you just got back from work? Hey, man, take that entire paycheck, bro, and put that in an index fund, my boy. Hey, put the whole thing in an index fund, bro. Put the whole thing in an index fund. And just let your wealth grow and compound over time, my dude. Let your wealth grow and compound over time. Bro, Black Mama, now you taking my ideas. Talking about SNDK was your play. Bro, I had that play since freaking January. I've been out here talking about SNDK since January, bro. MO has the greatest return accounting for dividends of all time. MOKO in these times. Are people like, what's the mega trend though? What's MO? Is that Marlboro? Or Altria? Wait, that sounds very familiar. Altria. Altria. Oh, it's another cigarette one. Okay. I was about to say, like, this sounds very familiar. Let's see. It does give SNDK sword today. I made some papalinos. What does papalinos mean? That sounds so funny. Papalinos. 6 1/4. Okay, wait. How does this work? I've never. A fun fact: Kenny Finances never actually did a dividend. I've been investing my entire life, pretty much. I stole my sister's social security number to start investing at like 14, 15, and haven't stopped since. But I've never like actually like did a dividend. I've always had my dividends reinvested, so I never paid attention to like what it yields. So on like, what does this mean conceptually, CJ? Does it mean that like if I had $100 invested, I can expect 6.25 per quarter, or is that annually? And I know they just like distributed earnings from the EPS, but it's like, is it this a check that comes to me? You know, it just like comes in a check. Some people do that, right? Some people just amass a huge freaking portfolio and then just like get mad dividends, right? Like if you had $100 million into this and you got $6.3 million a year off of just a dividend, you could live off of that because you're also getting the appreciation of the underlying equity, right? I don't think about this the right way, CJ. Or who's a big dividend investor? Hey, Rave Till Death. What's up, Top Dog? You bought in at 4 and it pays you 100% what you put in every year. Dang. Let's do dividend example. Or you know what? Let's do okay, let's do MO dividend per share. All right, so every quarter per share, you get $1.06. So if we had $1 million, do the math. So if I had $1 million divided by how many shares I can get, 6.67.89. That means I get about 15,000 shares. That means every quarter, I get that share count times 1.06. So if I had $1 million, that means every quarter I can get $15,000. Now multiply that times 4. So every year, if I had $1 million, every year, chat, I would get $63,000 a year just off of dividends from Altria. Coca-Cola is a good dividend too, right? Oh wait, this one kind of sucks. Never mind. What's the Warren Buffett story on dividends? Oh wait, you said ask AI if you bought it in 1990 with 100K and reinvested, what would it be? I'm gonna copy paste that directly into this. And this is for MO. I'm putting it in all caps just because I'm emulating CJ right now. If I bought 100K worth of MO in 1990 and reinvested all dividends, what would be the value of my investment today? What the heck? Bro, if I put $100,000 into Altria Group in 1990 and reinvested every dividend, it would be worth $20 to $25 million. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Altria consistently pays one of the highest dividends in the S&P 500 by reinvesting those dividends during the periods when the stock was cheap. Due to litigation fears in the 90s and early 2000s, you would have accumulated a massive number of additional shares, chat. And then they did a 1997 stock split. I'm doing a 3-for-1 stock split, tripling your share count. And then they had a major spinoff. You also have received shares in 3 other massive companies: Kraft Foods, Philip Morris, Miller Brewing. This is crazy. Wow, wow. This is nice. ESLT. Now do the same math. 100K invested in 2010. All dividends reinvested. I'm doing lowercase since this is for Black Mamba Trader. Now at the same app for what's ESLT? What happened in 2010? 1.8 to 2 mil. Elbit Systems. What the heck is Elbit Systems? Why do you keep gatekeeping this stuff, bro? How come you guys do last minute rub it in my face? All these cool names. No, first time hearing about ESLT. I don't have no pattern recognition with this one. The heck? Boom. Why not reaching the astronomical heights? Valtrode. Still a rough powerhouse. This is crazy though. So the name of the game, low key, is just like low key. The name of the game, boys, is just like. Oh wait, you did tell us about. My bad, my bad, chat. my bad, Black Mamba Trader. Are some of the safest blue chips in the game? That's true. I don't know if I can get behind the smoking thing. I got nothing against it. A lot of my friends smoke. It's like a cool thing to do. I got some friends that are in Paris, and like all they do is just all that smoking. You know what I mean? It's like a very common practice things, you know? But I don't know. It doesn't seem that like appealing to like, I don't know. I don't feel proud being an owner of a cigarette company or a tobacco business. Same with like an alcohol business, you know? But at the end of the day, you got to remove all types of emotion. It's simply math. Stock is a stock. You know what I'm saying? A stock is a stock. So I got to stop being a little wimp. I might actually buy some exposure into this. But I think it seems expensive right now though, boys. Would you guys put net new dollars into Altria? Or how would y'all feel about it? Y'all put net new dollars in? Oh, wait, CJ, I just remember you put the thing in the Discord, right? Chat, we want to read it together? CJ's very first, not CJ, Chris. Chris's very first Chat Capital memo for the week. Let's see what we got. Wait, can I look at it now, Chris? Or is it not ready yet? Chris, ADAP, can I look at it now or not now? Waste management and RSG. What's RSG? RSG. Oh, so you guys locked in. All right, you guys locked in. Okay. Oh, waste management and public services. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to be said about waste management businesses, boys. There's a lot to be said about waste management businesses. This stuff, you just can't. Wow. This stuff is so beautiful. Such beautiful names. I think these are real cockroaches. To be honest, if I'm being very honest, I think these are real cockroach names. that are just like, they're always going to be here. You're always going to need these. What's the CAGR on this? I wonder what like the typical annual return is on this. Over a 5-year period, going up 133%. That's banger, boys. That's actually banger. Waste management. Sheesh. Hey, waste management is beautiful. Waste management is beautiful. Oh, it's ready? Okay, Chris. All right, guys. We're going to have our first Chat Capital memo read. Thank you to Chris and A-Dub for putting it together. Thank you so much. Thank you, good sir. Thank you, good sir. All right. Welcome to the Discord, boys. Welcome to the Discord. All right. Here we go. All right. What am I doing? Where am I looking at? I don't see it. Oops. How do I find it? Discord. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Okay. Oh, the Google Doc? Okay. Google Doc. Don't. You didn't think I was going to see this? You didn't think I was going to see this? Don't tell anyone, but I make money sports betting? What is that? What is this? Our chief investment officer is a DGen. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if we like this. Let's check this out together, boys. And guys, hold nothing back. All right? Hold absolutely nothing back. Tear this apart. Provide your comments because this is what's going to make Chris an absolute shredlord. This is what's going to make him better. This is what's going to make him better. All right. Okay, Chris, from the top. So, out of nowhere, oil prices have surged near $100 a barrel after tensions flared near the Strait of Hormuz, reigniting inflation worries almost instantly. U.S. government bond rates jumped, with the 2-year note briefly touching 3.7%. Investors began revising expectations for the Federal Reserve, now anticipating fewer than one full rate cut by 2026. Across Europe, bets grew that central banks might raise interest rates before the summer. With fuel more expensive and borrowing costs climbing, money moved out of speculative stocks and into oil producers and assets considered safer during market turbulence. Okay, good first paragraph. The dollar strengthened alongside oil, adding pressure to emerging market borrowers carrying dollar-denominated debt and squeezing commodities priced in U.S. dollar. For American households, the surge in fuel costs arrived as a direct tax on discretionary spending, the kind of demand destruction that does the Fed's work without a single rate move. Okay. All right. Okay, I got a few comments, but I'm gonna read the rest of it. Hey, boys, don't be afraid to chime in here, okay? This is for this, and we're not picking on you. We're gonna help you become literally a freaking shredlord, okay? Now, public equities. Investor flows shifted sharply in February. Sector-focused ETFs attracted nearly $8.5 billion, mainly into heavy industry, raw materials, and mining. Okay. At the same time, U.S. tech stocks saw outflows. Outside the U.S., stock funds captured half of all new cash as investors searched for growth opportunities abroad. High prices didn't deter them. Companies that can pass on costs and earn internationally became more attractive. Expensive American tech names, however, lost some appeal. The fundamental justification for the tech outflows runs deeper than rotation. If borrowing costs climb and consumer budgets tighten, forward earnings estimates for U.S. technology companies are likely still too optimistic. Investors chasing international returns should also note the currency dimension. A strengthening dollar can quietly erode the gains that foreign stock performance appears to deliver. This movement underscores that investors are acting on fundamentals rather than hope. Okay. Private markets. Big private equity deals are reshaping markets. In 2025 alone, EA moved into private hands for 56.6 billion. Align Data was acquired for 40. Walgreen Boots merged into okay. Okay, let me read all of it. Merged in a $23.7 billion deal, each supported by state-backed investors or long-term strategists. Behind these headline transactions sits over 1.3 trillion in dry powder, fueling quiet urgency among firms to act. Rather than scattered bets, many investors now focus on creating larger entities by combining smaller players in tech, healthcare, and energy. Companies with steady revenue streams, like medical services or business software, are increasingly in the spotlight as returns elsewhere grow harder to find. Well done, Chris and A-Dub. Well done. All right, boys. Should we continue to keep Chris employed with Jack Capital, or do we fire him based on this? What do we think, chat? What do we think? Are we going to add it as a poll? You guys want to work in private equity and finance, right? It's cutthroat, guys. It's cutthroat. It's cutthroat. Usually they have votes like this. All right, so I'm kidding. We are not firing Chris. At least not today. No one's safe. No one's safe. You could have said young lad. Like it's Peaky Blinders or something. Okay, Chris, lock in. So, for context, Chris, this is good if you had your own, like, television network. Like, this reads and feels very akin to a Bloomberg TV-oriented, like, readout around what's happening in macro, public equities, and private deals, right? The environment and the audience that you're preparing the work for is kind of like if we were all sitting at a conference table at a hedge fund and we were to ask you what's happening in the world, you know, you would want to have more specific bulleted points. I'm going to go literally sentence by sentence and give you like my direct feedback around like if this were like actually a hedge fund, what kind of insights do we want to drive out of this? Because what we want to separate is we want to separate recap from insights. You know what I mean? A recap, anybody can do a recap. I could just ask ChatGPT what's happening in macro, public equities, and private deals, right? That's the recap side of the story. That is what we can get online AI and we can pay Financial Times for. What we really need is insights, patterns, piecing together data points, analysis. So on the macro side, out of nowhere, oil prices surge $100 a barrel after tensions flared. That's good. But where has oil traded over the last 6 months? Like what's the context behind that? Like what's the analysis, right? Like a great sub bullet, and you don't have to have these in paragraphs. They can be like bullet points or however you want to organize it. Like if I like the net, like you want to be able to, if someone were to read this and they were smart money, your writing should be automatically answering their question before they even think about it. Does that make sense? Like as people read things, they naturally have follow-up questions, and amazing like proprietary pieces of financial literature already answer the second and third or fourth follow-ups immediately when they even think about it. You get what I'm saying? So out of nowhere, oil surged $100 a barrel after tensions flared near the Strait of Hormuz. Immediate question. What volume of oil goes through the Strait of Hormuz? Why is it critical? Second question. I haven't seen a price of crude oil in a long time. Where was it at a week ago? Where was it at a year ago? Third question. When was the last time something like this happened? Was this during like Ukraine? Was it like the oil crisis of 1973? Things like that, right? Reigniting inflation worries. Also, download this transcript from the stream. Take the transcript from this little segment, and you can feed that into AI to help you improve it for the next one. Just like a little cheat code for productivity hack. So you don't have to like write down everything I'm saying here. But and then reigniting inflation worries instantly. Okay. US government bonds rates jumped to what? with the 2-year note per touch at 3.7%. Good. You already answered that follow-up. There we go. Investors began revising expectations for the Federal Reserve, now anticipating fewer than one rate cut by 2026. All right, that's good. Across Europe, bets grew that central banks might raise interest rates before the summer. All right, that's interesting. But across Europe, what's happening politically? Like, are there opposing forces that don't want to have rate increases? Right? If rates do increase, who's the likely benefactors and who's going to lose in that outcome in Europe? Right? You want to make it seem as if I had $1 billion in my hands right now and I needed to deploy based on the information that you're giving me. You get me? And then with fuel more expensive and borrowing costs climbing, money moved out of speculative stocks, like which ones, and into oil producers and like which ones, and assets considered safer during market turbulence. Good. The dollar strengthened alongside oil, adding pressure to emerging market borrowers, carrying dollar-denominated debt, and squeezing commodities priced in USD. I would love to understand like a recap or like a chart or anything that just kind of gives me insights around like what's happening with different commodity prices. Like, is there something that's like nuanced and niche across the commodity matrix that we're not accounting for, not taking a look at right now? Like, that would be really cool to know. For American households, the surge in fuel costs arrived as a direct tax on discretionary spending. Well, where are they spending the most, right? For American households, break it down by tier: high income, middle income, low income. Where are they spending their dollars? And based on the sort of like increase in fuel costs, where are they likely to cut spending first? And what is the likely equity to be impacted by that, right? Easy question. Low-income consumers, when fuel costs rise, tend to not spend as much on fast food. Therefore, McDonald's, who just crushed their earnings, is likely going to have a compressed quarter following this kind of thread here. You get me? Context, pattern recognition, insight, equity, play. Right? Okay. Okay. So the kind of demand destruction that does the Fed's work without a single rate move. Boom, boom. Okay. Now, public equities. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Investor flows shifted sharply in February. Okay. I don't know how useful that one is. Sector-focused ETFs attracted nearly $8.5 billion, mainly into heavy industry, raw materials, and mining. That's good. At the same time, U.S. stocks saw outflows. Okay. That's good at a high level. That's good at a really high level. But like when it comes to equities, like the narrative is kind of like, who had earnings this past week? Who crushed it? What's like the operating read of like how they performed, right? Like, what matters in equities right now? Like, if we were to summarize it in one sentence, what matters in U.S. equities today, right now? Like right now, the most important narrative for U.S. equities AI, CapEx, ROI, right? Like that should be the most needle moving insights based on where we are in the market environment, based on the key drivers in the market, which you got correctly, which is tech and the now soon to be energy. For those two things, what is the most needle moving pressing narrative that public market investors are caring about? And for right now, tech is crushing the day. So what are tech investors hyper focused on? They are hyper focused not on the sexy interconnects, not on the sexy optics, not on the sexy memory. All of that are second derivatives to the first principle. The first principle is CapEx, ROI. Because here's the thing. If hyperscalers are investing hundreds of billions of dollars into building out AI capacity data center, and they cannot prove that it is tangibly leading to cost savings or incremental revenue synergies, the demand will stop. And if the demand stops, the data centers close, the demand for NVIDIA GPU racks slow down, And if that happens, the demand that NVIDIA has for the memory components, for the interconnects, for the AI cloud stuff, like that slows, right? Like what is happening at the very first, most important domino of the entire supply chain that matters the most to the global equity narrative, right? That's where we got to like dive into. You get me? And on the public equity side, like I would love to get context around like the current narrative that matters, right? So you should have a pulse and a point of view around like, all right, well, this week, actually the narrative is energy, not AI CapEx. Or next week, oh, the narrative is actually banks, or whatever it is. Like figure out what the narrative for that week is, and then pinpoint based on actual operating performance data. I don't care that much about trade flows. Trade flows are a product of a business either generating strong return on equity or not, having a strong value proposition or not. You know what I mean? So it's like have the point of view around what the narrative is, and then what is the business model, business performance, or tangible company updates that are driving capital flows. You get me? So that the investors flowed sharply in February. That's great at a high level, but we need to go like 17 floors deeper. You get me? If we want to have like a smart money perspective on it. I'm cooking now. You guys got me locked in. Next is like companies in our portfolio. So this is for Chat Capital. So you should see like what companies we have in our portfolio, and we should have a table based on performance of like price action. If they release earnings, quick updates, memos on the earnings, and then any notable like news or headlines or that is relevant to that, like key contract signings and things like that. Like if like this were to go to like Chat Capital Investment Committee, we would want to know what's needed moving that's happening across our entire portfolio. You know what I mean? Like if we were to own Nebius, that Black Mamba Trader mentioned, like a great sub bullet under the Nebius name would be, oh, they just signed a $2 billion contract with NVIDIA, right? That's really good for everybody to know. So, okay. So final, like the big narrative in the equity markets, what operationally is driving that? What's updates in our current portfolio? And then it might take a little bit of time, or you can like see based on our watch list, like interesting developments or interesting names and things that we aren't covering, or like interesting narratives that we aren't paying attention to. And like what I would love to see there are things that are just like niche, different, unique. And a really good example of that is what CJ brought up to us like 3 weeks ago. Jet engines being used for AI data center power generation, right? That's a niche business model I've never heard about. Now I'm obsessed with it. You know what I mean? But like if there's anything different, or like what they told us about yesterday, the water management for oil and gas companies, you know? So kind of be a section under the public equities that's kind of like interesting new niche or interesting or like overlooked plays, something like that, right? Like we want to be able to like read your stuff and get like crazy good insights into something that we've never even thought about or never even paid attention to. You know what I mean? Okay. Private markets, this is good, but in 2020, this is not like update for like a weekly thing. You know, like we should have like based on last week, what happened in like deal flow. And you can go to PE Hub. Not that kind of hub, boys. PE Hub. Okay. PE Hub. If you go to PE Hub, you can see like what the different deals were from like the last week or so. So boom, boom. It's somewhere in here. You should also, if you guys are like trying to work in a private equity, you guys should subscribe to their newsletter. There's like a PE Hub newsletter that gives, or you can also do Axios. Axios is also a good one. Yeah, use Axios. Axios is easier actually. So if you go to Axios, you can do this business deal making, and it just like walks you through some of the notable deals like capital raising, like IPOs. There's a private equity one. Axios private equity deals. Yeah, here we go. M&A. It's Axios Pro. Here it is. Like this right here. Every single day, it gives you an update around like what people are buying. And if there's anything that's in sometimes there's like no interesting deals, right? But other times it's like, you know, we can possibly hear about a roll-up strategy. that can inform somebody else, right? Like maybe there's an article that comes out that talks about a roll up of a particular segment of the oil and gas sector. And that right there can help inform Edwin to look into a different niche for like his platform that he's building or what he's investing in, what he's doing, right? Something like that, to where like you can piece the patterns together around like who our audience is, who our crew is, and like how your insights can help inform and add value to our crew. You get me? Little things like that, my dog. Like WWE X Group, that seemed like a logistics play. Boom, boom. Yeah, even that's good too. Big Beers, M&A plans, molded by sobriety surge. Non-dairy brand, Khalifa is looking to sell. Like that's semi-interesting. Like little things like that, right? But Axios Pro is a free newsletter that sends you all this stuff every single day around like the most notable deals. Okay, so that's that. We're also missing, big picture is like underlying updates by country. It's not like crazy niche, but it's like I would love, based on like the key countries we're interested in, China, Japan, what'd you guys say? Brazil, definitely South Korea, what like the most needle moving topics are that's driving it. Like for that week. Like it'll be really fascinating to understand like a mini quick update, a few bullets around like what's happening for that particular country. You get me? So like with this, for this macro section, it was good, but I was wondering, all right, like what's happening with China right now? Like what's happening with South Korea, you know, little things like that. Retail, what's up, top dog? Good to see you, mentor. Good to see you, my dude. Yeah, dude, actually, yeah, retail, that's exactly what you should do. Download the transcript from this and then just like pull all that. Pull all that. You know? And if you were a dog, you get you a MacBook Mini or a Mac Mini, you download OpenClaw or Perplexity's personal computer, and you would like prompt it and train it based on how to do this. Do it the right way once, and then feed it to just like automatically scan and put pieces together and draw patterns and draw all kinds of data. Put it into a really good output, and then all of a sudden, after the output's done, you have a second layer of an agent that's trained to be like a Warren Buffett style investor to like read that information to figure out, does it give needle moving incremental insights? And if it doesn't, make it do it again. And if it does, it's good. Do you want me to do a bunch of countries in one or just one per week? No. Same countries every week. To where like if you do it every single week, by the end of a year, we should have a bunch of patterns drawn across like key countries and key regions. You know what I mean? And it should be just like tangible, like needle moving things. You know what I mean? Like the big update like 3 or 4 weeks ago was the election results of the Japanese prime minister. It should be like interest rate discussions, or like property values or prices in certain regions, or like anything that's like the top 3 most important things that's driving that country's economy. You know what I mean? Like for South Korea, what's happening with like, I don't know, their AI semiconductor build out capacity, you know, or what's happening with like Samsung, SK Hynix, little things like that, or like notable equities in that, to where it's just like, all right, if you were to have a conversation with our head of South Korea, what would he or she be talking about? Summarize that and give us 3 most important takeaways. You know? So, boom. And that right there is a crap ton of work for you, Chris. And I'm pretty sure if you do something like that, you build out something like that, dude, you'd crush it and you'd be better than 80, 90% of these cats that work on the street right now. But that, is like some really good insights. And then the formatting. Bro, it looks like you're about to write a 5-paragraph essay. Let's make it look a little sexy. So let's make it look a little nice. But anyway, Chris, that was good, bro. You're not fired. Chris, you're not fired. You're not fired. All right? You did really freaking good, bro. For the first run, you did really freaking good, bro. You did really freaking good. And more importantly, I hope you learned something by putting this stuff together. Like, it also is a forcing function for you to just be glued to the markets. And that's an excellent thing to have, especially as you're young. And from there, like you're gonna develop like pattern recognition. When I was in high school and when I was like a freshman intern and sophomore interns, I would wake up every morning with my notebook, scan Wall Street Journal, scan Axios, scan Financial Times, and I would just like write out what's happening, what my point of view is, what the key takeaway is, and what questions I had that I didn't understand. And then I would go into the office that day and I would ask my mentors or the people at my desk. I would say like, hey, I saw this happen today. I'm curious, what does this mean for boom? Or like, what is this actual, like, I don't know what this word means. What does this actually mean? You know, like I never heard of a K curve. What is that? Or like the K-shaped economy. I never know what that is. What is that? You know? And then actually like what we do for like first year analysts and stuff is we make them put together update reports and kind of like key takeaway summaries around like key articles and stuff. So if they ever like send an email article to like the whole team, they got to send the article plus kind of like a quick little summary around why it's relevant and like what's the needle moving takeaways and insights and patterns we can draw from that. You get me? Hey, Juan Money. This how you make money, bro. This how you make smart money plays, dog. This how we make smart money plays, boys. That was a lot. Does that make sense though? That makes sense? Dude, I'm telling you, if you freaking lock in like this, you keep doing stuff like that every single week, you're about to be a beast. You're about to be a beast. Anyways, y'all made me cook up a little bit. I wasn't intending to go that deep. That's how y'all know I'm a nerd at this. All right. Good. I don't even really have a real party. Yeah, but like Axios Pro is like if anybody's trying to work in PE, this is like a good newsletter to read every day. Axios Pro. Coca-Cola. Okay, I kind of want to own a little bit of waste management. I think it's a really good business to buy. You know what I mean? This is crazy to think about. Holy guacamole! Hey, I love it. Hey, rain and snow, chat capital will grow. Hey, I appreciate your retail. Thank you so much for the donation. Chat capital, we going up, chat. Rain and snow. Hold on, we gotta update our portfolio. We gotta update our AUM. We gotta update our AUM, chat. We got cash today. Oh, snap. Hey, chat, y'all generosity is like through this freaking world. You know, we started this thing with like virtually like $0. And now we about to have almost $2,000, chat. That's low-key crazy. It's low-key crazy how we moving, y'all. It's low-key crazy how we moving. Yes, sir. 1770, 1738. Anyway. Where my song at? Here's my new song. I don't know why you don't have it. You made tons of vids on that niche months ago, cleaning. That is true. I like it from a private business perspective. And oddly enough, buying like I make a bunch of videos on like buying waste management companies. They're good in theory, but I do that to kind of build a network of scouts. I don't know if you guys know it, but it's like a lot of the videos that I make on YouTube, some of the hidden narratives behind it, it's like get folks inspired by it to get them to go out and hunt for deals. And then they come send me deals. It works every now and then. But it's hard to like buy one that's scalable. Waste management is also a very competitive space. Like if I had to invest in waste management, I would buy it through the equity of waste management instead of the sector and rolling up some small mom and pops. That's just being honest. Like I think like it's a beautiful equity story because it's scaled, economies of scale, none of the local nonsense. There's a lot of illegal stuff going on in a lot of the small businesses in the waste management space. Like yes, very much that stuff still exists, unfortunately. But like buying the waste management story like this, it still gets you like a pretty good return. And guys, you gotta understand though, like buying a business is not a guarantee better setup than buying a stock. Like if you buy a business, you have to go and do the math of, like if you go and buy a business, you have to do the math of understanding what is the levered free cash flow yield. right? Meaning, like, for the levered free cash flow yield, how much actual free cash flow does the business generate after all my costs, paying the teams, the taxes, CapEx, paying interest on my debt, amortization? Like, that incremental cash flow, what does that generate annually divided by the amount of equity I put into the deal? And that is your levered free cash flow yield. And with something like that, sometimes you're getting a free cash flow yield of like waste management businesses with not too much leverage of around like 20 to 30%. But it's artificially inflated because that's your free cash flow yield with a bunch of sweat equity that's not accounted for. Like, you're owning that business, you're running it on a day-to-day basis, you're dealing with trucks, you're having to smell all that stuff. So that you're getting a 20 to 30% free cash flow yield while having to like run a trash business. Versus you could theoretically, this company went up 100% over the last 5 years. So you can assume they went up 20% annually. You're getting a 20% yield or like annual growth on an equity without even touching a single trash bin, right? Same sector, different ways to play it from a capital allocation perspective. One has a better free cash flow yield, but a lot more sweat equity. And then one has a marginally lower return profile, but extremely hands-off, scaled business, you know, a better setup. So I always tell you guys about like, what's your highest return on invested capital? Meaning which one has the best levered free cash flow yield? But then also, what's the return on like time, energy, and like intellectual capacity, right? So that's like a getting deeper in there, but that's just something that folks don't, you know, spend enough time doing, you know? Hey, Richard, what's up, Top Dog Shred Lord? Good to see you, Richard. What's up, man? So, Richard, we were having a debate before you arrived. We all assumed you were on a date tonight. Is this accurate? Richard, did you go on a date today? What do you think, guys? Did you go on a date? Did you take a little shawty out, huh? No? Oh, dang. All right. I lied. False rumors. False rumors, chat. I'm the culprit. I was spreading false rumors. Chat, I was spreading false rumors about Richard. Because I was just saying, I was like, on weekends, Richard does dancing classes and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Richard's got all this social agenda and all that on weekends. I guarantee y'all he's out there taking a little shawty on a date. He's like he's about to be one of the wealthiest business owners in Texas. You know? But I assumed you were on a date, but I forgot you were a Shred Lord. You know? I forgot you were a Shred Lord, so my bad, bro. Hey, y'all better be going on dates though, man. We're in a Western population crisis. All right? We're in a population crisis. Apparently, birth rates are declining. You know what that means, Shredlords? We have an obligation to wife up some great partners, and restore the birth rates. Oh, you're doing the SOPs? AAW. Wait, Richard, how did the hiring go, bro? How was the hiring? I know you were like hiring somebody. Still looking for your señorita though? Okay, so I think if you want to find, like, if you're trying to find like boys, when it comes to like the dating scene, I think the apps are chalked. Unless you actually have like zero time to go in person anywhere. I think you guys got to start going to Trader Joe's flower section. You got to start going I don't know if you guys go to church, but if you go to church, get involved in like the church groups and all that. Dog walks, hikes. And if you can swing it on weekends, spend like 2 or 3 hours with a laptop, a notebook, work on your dreams, work on your side hustles, right? Do it at a coffee shop. Do it at a coffee shop. Juan Money, you low-key gave up on your crush? Bro, what? Bro, we don't give up. We don't give up, bro. There's nothing to do, bro. What we look like giving up, bro? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Yeah, you miss 100. Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know? Ooh, how do I meet her at church? Great question. I'm trying to figure that out too. But here's my thesis. I think if you get involved, well, first and foremost, you go to church to meet God, right? That's the first priority. Lord, we are not trying to use you to get a baddie, okay? But we do expect a baddie through our faith, okay? Just make that very clear, all right? But what I will say, though, is I think if you're in church, I think there's other ways to, like, get involved in the community. Like, whether it's, like, serving as, like, the greeters, participating in, like, the extracurriculars, like volunteering, and what else is there? There's like a bunch of other small groups. That's like the big thing though. If there's small groups, like co-ed small groups, those are good. And don't join a small group to like meet someone in that small group, right? Join a small group to build friends of people from like opposite sexes, so that you never know who their friend group is. Because I think some of the best introductions is like you have a friend that has a friend. You know what I'm saying? And then that introduction there, boom. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I got a great person for you. And then she tells her friend, she's like, oh, I found this guy named Richard. He's a shred lord. He goes to my church. He's in my small group. You guys should get coffee. Boom. That's the setup right there. You been going since February? AEW. That's good. That's good, bro. That's good. I know a guy who knows a guy, and his name is Hargo Ben. You know what I'm saying? Easy money, right? Good to see you, Hargo Ben. Okay, wait. Juan Money, back to you, boy. If I didn't see her you see your crush every day? Oh, snap. Okay, wait. Is this at work? Like, where are you seeing your crush? Where are you seeing your crush? Oh, you see your crush during class. Okay, first and foremost, guys, y'all gotta start watching more anime and K-dramas, okay? Y'all gotta start watching more anime and K-dramas to understand oral. All right? Y'all out here watching all this brain rot, and y'all forgetting how to talk to a woman. You know what I'm saying? Roblox ain't gonna teach you Riz, bro. But watching like K-dramas, that's kind of like Crash Landing Onto You, Business Proposal, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. The Koreans, they haven't forgot about the little things, boys. They haven't forgotten about the little things. And the animes, like the romance animes, they're so good. They're so good. I just think they're just like elite pieces of entertainment. Okay, so you see her every day, and she says, no, but if she says no, you still have to see her every day. Okay, so if you're scared to ask her, because if she says no, you still have to see her every single day. I'm getting this. I'm getting it now. Okay. Okay. And it's been eye contact since the start of school. So if... Hey, Mobius, what up, Top Dog Shred Lord? Welcome to freaking Kenny Finance's dating advice. All right? If you got a stock that I can look at, put it in the dang comments, all right? But we getting our boys right. We getting our boys right now, okay? Okay, Juan. So, if y'all been making eye contact, wait, what grade is this? This is college? This is high school, right? If y'all been making eye contact, You got to go up to her and you just got to say hi. Introduce yourself and be like, and then, okay, pause the music. We're so locked in. Chat. Y'all made me cook up. Y'all made me cook up on the newsletter and all that. Now we're about to cook up on live, okay? This is what you do. So what you gotta do, bro? What you gotta do? Ask her one day after a period, either the first period that you see her, or this whatever the second period you see her. Ask her one day, hey, can I walk you to your next class? You know what I'm saying? Ask her something simple like that. Hey, can I walk you to your next class? I just wanted to say hi to you and talk to you. And then you've initiated a walk. She's got a safe, reliable, nice person, good young gentleman walking her to her next period. What is the downside of walking someone like that to class? Absolutely nothing. The only outcome is she gets the second period safe. Okay? I'm going to make up an example. Let's say, for example, I'm in high school and I got a crush on a girl named Shakira. Bad team, right? I'm going to go up to Shakira after class. As we're walking out, I'm like, Shakira, hold up. Do you mind if I walk you to your next class? I just want to talk to you. I feel like we haven't caught up all year. Easy, right? Easy. And then after that, I'm walking with Shakira to whatever class she's got going next. That means I got a time strategy. That means I either got like 30 seconds or I got like a minute. Where I'm just listening. I'm like, how was your day? What you got going on? Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I drop her off at her class. And I'm like, that was awesome. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace. I'm out. I didn't ask for no Snapchat. I didn't ask for no number. I wanted companionship in a commute for 1 minute, and that was sufficient, and I'm wishing her well for the rest of the day. Next, kick it into phase 2, right? Kick it into phase 2. Now we're in phase 2, right, boys? We're in phase 2. She's going to start wondering, where is my walking buddy? Every now and then. Don't pull up to her tomorrow doing another walk. Don't pull up the day after doing another walk. Let her miss it a little bit, right? Miss it a little bit. You know? Because now you guys are like friends. Like you've had a conversation, you've walked, and you're like, now you guys are like friends. In terms of the dating pool in the school, you've probably had more conversations with her in terms of a volume because of that walk than you have the rest of the other guys that have tried to shoot their shots. You know what I mean? So now, what you do is, Friday comes around. I'm assuming you do the walk on a Monday. Friday comes around. When Friday comes around, you do another walk. You do another walk. But the objective is to understand what she's got going on after school that day. What she's got going on this weekend. Understand her weekend plans, right? And if she says, oh, nothing, or, oh, I had track practice on Saturday morning, but nothing else, just studying, be like, great. I'm trying to study too. What do you say we meet up at the public library? Let's work on this studying for calculus together. Or I don't know what you got studying in high school, freaking U.S. history. Let's study for the U.S. history test, right? Easy. Or be like, I saw a really cool matcha shop that just opened up on TikTok. What do you say we both study for the U.S. history test over some matcha this weekend? You down? My treat. Easy. Easy, right? Make sure you've saved up. Make sure you saved up and don't go over our budget on dates, okay? We made the budget for everybody. Do not go over the budget on dates, okay? But what you then do, you invite her to casually study. Casual coffee in U.S. history. Right? Right? That's it. That's it. And then somehow, some way, you got to figure out how to communicate with each other to organize and schedule these plans, right? In order to schedule these plans, you got to get either her phone number and be a big boy about this. Don't say, hey, let me get your snap. Do not, bro. Juan Money, don't ever ask for that, bro. You're a freaking shred lord. You with the dogs now, right? Don't ask for no snap. What you got to ask for, my dude, ask for the phone number and be like, great, awesome. I'll call you. I'll send you some details and I'll call you in the morning. Easy. Easy. All right? And the key is, I don't know what grade you are in school, you got to play the long route with this. You ain't trying to get married by summertime, but you got a long way ahead. You feel me? You got a long way ahead. So all this is building strong foundational blocks. You're setting her expectations of what it is like to have an actual respectful gentleman try to build a strong relationship and court them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are now setting the foundation that she's got to then, you're setting the benchmark for the rest of her teens and 20s and 30s. You get me? So you might as well do it the right way. Bro, you might as well do it the right way, bro. You get me? And that's with patience. That's with respect. That's with good, kind intentions. You know what I mean? I think there's girls with a lot of daddy issues out here, but I think there's also a lot of girls that have had like high school, college boyfriend issues that screwed it up for the rest of the guys out here. Am I right, fellas? Am I right? I think in terms of like the camp for the ladies that's not really working out that well. I think some got daddy issues, all right? And I blame that on the older guys that aren't spending enough time. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the second camp of girls that been hurt early by like crappy dudes that didn't actually care for their hearts, that were just trying to do some casual stuff, situationships and all that. That's the dumbest stuff in the whole world, bro. They ruined, they spoiled it. And then when you meet the girl, you gotta play therapist. You gotta help them rebuild and all that. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So Juan Money, I'll tell you this, top dog shred lord. You ain't gotta worry about, the wealth and the business and you're on these live streams. You're gonna be immensely wealthy. It's plain and simple, bro. You're gonna be immensely wealthy, bro. But like, what I want you to focus on is you gotta be a shred lord of character. You gotta be a shred lord that respects women, that prioritizes values, that leads, that sets vision. You know what I'm saying? That is disciplined. Bro, I tell you right now, Juan Money, there is nothing in the entire world that is better than being a man that's disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, there is nothing that's more elite than being a man that's disciplined, bro. Sorry, guys, I can't hang out tonight after 10 o'clock. I got a 8 a.m. swimming lesson. I got Bible study in the morning. I got a workout, or I'm trying to take my grandma to the movies matinee. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because bro, you're about to enter a season, Juan Money, where like you're about to be getting you're in like the high school scenes and the college scenes. You're gonna be inundated with distractions, bro. You're gonna be inundated with distractions. There's going to be a million chances for you to get off of your game. But what you can build is discipline. Discipline. Like that is what's key. Oh, snap, Boogie's in here. Hey, Boogie, what up, top dog? Hey, Boogie, listen up. I'm giving you dating advice too. Boogie's already engaged in all that. But Boogie, you about to be having some kids and all that. So when you had kids and stuff, bro, raise them to have expectations, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like for little Boogie Jr., make sure little Boogie Jr. knows how to be a respectful gentleman, a good shred lord. And then little Boogie-ella, like Cinderella Boogie, whatever you want to call her, let her know, hey, Uncle Kenny Finance told me the game around what to expect out of a good person, you know? So she should be expecting a guy that's disciplined, that's hardworking, that prioritizes family, that has faith and sets a vision, that leads. Juan Money, bro, you're in the 10th grade. Make it your objective to build the character of a man that leads. A guy that gets stuff done. You feel me? Like, bro, so many people are developing their personas, their auras, right? Oh, that's the basketball player. Oh, that's the cheerleader. Oh, that right there, that's the pothead. Oh, that right there, that's the one that drinks. He's got access to the beverages. Or over there, that's the person. Oh, he's the sports bettor, you know? Not trying to shit on A-Dub, but right, like people are building their personas at that level, at that age. Bro, imagine how elite you would be if your aura, if your reputation is, oh, that's the person that builds. Oh, that's the person that studies. Oh, that's the person that helps people. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy that goes to the nursing home every month and like hangs out with the old people and like, you know, hears the stories. Or, oh, that's the person that works part-time, 2 jobs, just so that he can save up for college. Oh, that's the person that hosts study groups on weekends. You know what I'm saying? Be that type of guy. Be a leader, bro. And I'm not saying, oh, be a class president, run for student council, all that blah. That's not, bro. That's just people looking for clout, bro. People looking for clout, dude. Be this type of person that leads silently, dude. Be the type of guy where it's just like, I'm capable of getting anything done. You know what I'm saying? Because I just got that. I've worked on myself. I've been disciplined so much. There's nothing that I can't do. You know what I'm saying? Be a man of capability. That's an awesome title to have. Oh, that's the capable one. That's the doer. You know what I'm saying? That's the disciplined guy. That guy's locked in. That guy's locked the heck in. Or you know what's more important? What's even bigger? Oh, he's gonna be a billionaire.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel.
He's gonna be a billionaire.
I don't even really have a real hobby.
Juan Money? He's gonna be a billionaire.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even
I guarantee you, Juan Money, if you do this, you will drastically transform the entire game for all of the freaking lost youth. Because I told you, bro, these kids are soft. The kids are soft. But not you. You got that dog in you, my boy. Oh, that ball's here. That ball, what up, man? Hey, Top Dog Shred Lord, my man. Good to see you, bro. Hey, I hope your little one is doing immaculately well. I hope your little one's doing immaculately well. And Juan Money, here's a great example. Dat Ball, this guy is an absolute freaking Shred Lord legend. And he just had a kid. Dat Ball is actively, proactively leading, building a family, building a life, setting a vision, learning smart money moves, and applying it for him and his family and his last name. So Juan Money, be a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shred Lord, this is a community. Bro, I'm gonna start charging y'all $1,000 a second for this because we dropping straight gems. Chat, let's go.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean,
I'm hyper like this because I had McDonald's earlier.
It's not a real problem, and I still got it.
And also went to the gym.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel.
You know what I'm saying, Shred Lords?
I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. It's not a real problem, and I still got it.
You know what I'm saying?
$1 million. Yeah, I've been in the lab, so I'm not one you see around.
All fathers W. Don't want to be personal, but all I have is my mother. So grew up like that. Hey, Juan, you got your mom, and you got us. You got your mom, and you got us. Alright? You got your mom, and you got us, my dog. You come to us for anything, alright? You got us. We want to see you make immaculate moves. About to relapse. Anyways, we're looking at stocks, weren't we? Sorry, guys. I got a little distracted. Hey, the moral of the story is, ask to walk her to the next period. That's literally how it starts. That's literally how it starts. Ask to walk her to her next class. Easy as that. And if she's like, here's the other thing. Back to full screen. I'm not done. If she's like, no. Be like, bet. Hope you have a great day. Easy as that. You've saved yourself weeks, months, potentially years of torment of wondering what if. Okay? Based on her response to you inviting to walk her to the next class, and she was either like, ew, or no, thank God you figured it out now instead of 3 years from now. Okay? Because guess what? Her loss. On to the next one. All right? Okay? Easy as that, bro. But all you're doing is just simply asking to walk her to the next period. And bro, lock in on your studies. Don't be going to school focusing on all these girls, bro. I'm telling you right now, there's girls everywhere. Literally everywhere. Okay? And it only gets better. Okay? All right? So there's girls literally everywhere. If you can find a sweetheart early in school, great, that's perfect. But don't over-engineer it. You're there to learn. You're there to build credibility. You're there to get grades and lock in and go to med school. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. All right? So don't be sitting there freaking twisting your pencil around trying to figure out how to say something. Bro, lock in. Lock in on the studies, bro. Lock in on the studies. All right? If you lock in on that, you crush it with that, everything else will follow. Everything else will follow. Okay, back to the stocks. I didn't read a 10K today. We got to read a 10K today. There we are. And don't smoke. Smoking's bad. And no vaping. Yeah, no, definitely no vaping. For some reason, your generation loves vaping. No vaping. I'm just looking at this as an equity play, okay? 65. This is crazy. It's either the price of cigarettes or the amount of people smoking cigarettes has gone up considerably. That's essentially what this says. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't give up, man. You don't need to give up on it, bro. Put it as a to-do list item. Put it literally as a to-do list item. To where on Monday or Tuesday, whenever you have capacity, just like how you need to cross off your homework, you need to cross off your signatures, cross off simply asking her to go for a walk to her next class. It's easy as that, bro. It's super smooth. It's super smooth. You know what I mean? And then if you do it right, bro, if you do it right, all of her friends, they're gonna be like, OMG, Juan asked Shakira to walk, boom, boom, boom. And all that noise, it doesn't even faze you, bro. It don't even faze you, bro. You know? Also, I think you're starting to get into that age. Oh, I gotta make this full screen, definitely. You're starting to reach that age. You in 10th grade? You're starting to reach that age. Y'all get musty. Y'all get musty at that age. Definitely. I remember when my little brother was in 10th grade. He smelled like literally a freaking trash can. Y'all must, for some reason, y'all don't understand personal hygiene in the 9th and 10th grade. Okay? So, make sure. I don't know if you got facial hair yet. Just clean it up. Look nice. All right? Work your part-time jobs to afford yourself some nice tapers or whatever the hairstyle is these days. All right? Put on deodorant. I don't know if you got a little. Wait, you're too young for cologne. Maybe college. Maybe college do cologne. Or I don't know. Is high school too young for cologne? Maybe. I don't know. I got no freaking clue. But that's the playbook. All right? And be presentable. And when it comes to like what you're wearing to school, don't get into the whole designer brands, trying to wear Jordan 11 Gamma Blues and all that. No. Be very clean. Be very presentable. Don't be the type of dude that like, oh, he's the one that got the Givenchy's, or she's the one that got the. Who cares about all that? Just simple. If you want some places to shop, go to Uniqlo, Go to Zara, something that's simple and effective, all right? You want to start dressing like you're ready to go to college, you know what I'm saying? Don't be coming in wearing like, you got to start investing in that, you know what I'm saying? Get some Abercrombie, yes. But then also, for some reason, y'all high schoolers love to keep your ears occupied. Take the headphones off, bro. Take the headphones off, all right? Headphones off. When you're talking to them or have a conversation, when you're in school, just like be unplugged, be present. No headphones, be present, all right? Oh, brush your teeth, okay? Brush your teeth. Mouthwash. Keep a pack of gum on you at all times. You know what I'm saying? A little silver chain, that's cool. Yep, a little silver chain. Don't make it out. Bro, see, I knew it. As soon as Richard said something about the chains, I knew he was about to start flexing. Look, you don't need to have all the chains on. Like you don't need to be Floyd Mayweather. You don't need to be Floyd Mayweather with it. Keep it on, but keep it tucked. It's all right to keep it tucked, bro. All right, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? I got this when I was in high school. This one, I got this when I was in high school. I keep it tucked. All right? Keep it cool. Keep it smooth. You know? And here's the key. This type of setup, this is not for this particular day when you're having conversations with this lady of yours. This is for every day, bro. This is for every day. Don't get all swagged up just to ask this girl to walk her to class. No. Get swagged up every day for you, my boy. Every day. Okay? And compound. Start to build your look. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, bro, she gonna notice you for real. You know what I'm saying? And then be the type of dude that's respectful to all of her friends. That's kind. And you know what I'm saying? Oh, and if you want to know something that's really cool, here's another. Bro, I'm dropping straight gems. Here's another cool play, right? Here's another cool play. Say, for example, you walked into class, and then that Friday, you asked her to have like a study hangout session at the local library, and you guys have a local session. Bring waters, snacks, and whatever, and enough budget to treat them to lunch afterwards, because you're borrowing their time. So make sure you have enough. All right? But then here's the key. Next week after that, you guys are in the classroom, and it's kind of like homeroom hours, and her friends is sitting over there. She's not there yet, but her friends is sitting over there, all circling, gossiping, looking at you, smiling, and all that. This is what you do, because you're a guy of character. You're a shred lord. Walk straight up to the friend group, right? You walk straight up to your friend group, and you're like, hey, guys, can I ask y'all a question? All of you guys. What are some things that Shakira likes? I'm curious. I think she's super cool, and I'm trying to learn a little bit more about her. Boom! Boom! Right then and there, you start getting some proprietary information. But then second of all, you blow the expectations out the water for all of her friends. Why? You do the unthinkable. You go to the friend group in public. You express your intentions in public. And you go to the friend groups. You go to the friend group and you're like, what does Shakira like? What's her favorite song or flower or anything? Anything. I guarantee you, if you ask them this question, what's her favorite flower? They definitely got to answer it. And they're not going to shoot you if they do that. All right? They're not going to shoot you if you ask that, bro. They're not going to shoot you if you ask that, dude. Right? But be careful with that move. Don't pull that move too early, bro. You got to build a little rapport with Shakira independently. And then you do a little wraparound tactic, okay? But it's public, it's intentional, and it showcases you ain't scared, bro. You ain't scared. You don't need to holler at your boys to consult with them, to then have them talk to the other friend group. Boom, boom, boom. You don't need time for that. You don't need time for that, bro. And hold on, you guys got school dances going on? Is either middle school or high school you guys have like school dances, right? You need to be planning all this, optimizing for all this well in advance of a school dance. Okay? Well in advance of a school dance. because that's when your guys' relationship can compound. All right? Now, Juan Money, I gave you a lot of gems here. I think the guys can vouch for that, and I think they can agree on that. I'm going to send you an invoice, okay? And this is a measure of goodwill, okay? It's been a measure of goodwill. I'm going to send you an invoice. It's going to be a lot, but don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's just a buy-in to show your commitment, okay? So I'm going to send you an invoice. Drop me the email in the Discord. It's going to be for around like $25,000, okay? Because this kind of game, this ain't free, bro. This ain't free. Because this $25,000, I think it's a well worth endeavor. I think it's a worthwhile endeavor. I had Boogie do that, and I just got about to get married. You know what I'm saying, Shut Notes? Say, no, you ain't got to pay me a single dime, bro. Just smash that like button. You ain't got to pay me a single dime, dog. Smash me. You know, there's like content creators that like talk about stuff like this, and they're like, oh, but you got to pay $500 an hour first. I'm giving you guys free smart money moves and free life advice and free dating advice. Least you can do is smash the freaking like button. I'm kidding. No. You are not sending me anything ever. Hey, Kevin, my boy. What up, top dog? Kevin, I'm a licensed dating coach. Okay, so we're looking at... Yeah, you see? Richard can vouch. Okay, so we're looking at Philip Morris. Philip Morris. Hey, Kevin, I hope you had an immaculate week too, bro. Good to see you back here, man. I'm seeing your name more and more often, my dog. Good to see you, man. And Kevin be bouncing around between here and Twitch. All right, what are we looking for? 10K. All right, so we already know what they do. They produce cigarettes and all that. Bad business ethically, but it makes money. Look at the revenue profile here. Net revenue is increasing. Gross profit expanding. EBIT positive. What's the RBH equity investment, though? I wonder what the RBH equity investment is. So what I look at the most, when I'm looking at a 10K, the first one, of course, is the revenues. And sometimes they have the revenues broken out by segment, and that's good to see. But revenues is like one of the most important. Let's do reading song. I like to understand the gross profit profile. And I do like the quick little math to see like what's 27 divided by 40. And right then and there, I know it's kind of like, oh, that seems like it's like 64%, 65%, something like that. Then I look like from like right to left to see if there's like increasing, decreasing, crazy swings, right? I see increasing. I like this operating income number. This is like EBIT. That's good to know. And then I try to see if there's like crazy weird swings. Like this here, this is like a crazy weird swing. Nothing, and then 2 billion, and then nothing. What is this? Like, I'm just very curious, like, what is this? So this right here is impairment related to RBH equity investment. You know, so likely one of their investments in this RBH business went wrong, right? But they have details here in note 5. And if we wanted to dive deeper in that, they can read it. But it's not needle moving for the equity, you know? And on the balance sheet, I like to go to the balance sheet. I like to see like how much cash this business has. So the first one I see is cash. I see how much inventory they're sitting on. Property, plant, and equipment. This is important for me to see because this shows me like how capital intensive is this business. Do they have like billions of dollars of equipment, land, buildings, all those kinds of things? And as you can see here, their most expensive stuff is their machines. They got a little bit of buildings here. But machines is the number one thing there. I'm curious what machines they're buying. It gives me like insight into like different investment themes. So like maybe there's like a compelling new modern investment in a machine, kind of like a AMAT of the tobacco world that we can look at, right? Goodwill, this is for M&A. Equity investments, boom, boom. Okay, that's fine. Next, I want to see the liabilities. When I'm looking at the liabilities, the main thing I'm looking is these two, short-term borrowings, as well as current portion of long-term debt, and then the long-term debt. Those are the two main things I look at, and I got to add all that up, right? And if I add all that up, I get 45 plus like 5, so $50 billion of debt total. And that gives me like the leverage profile. So if they have $50 billion of debt, I then do the mental math of 50 divided by their earnings. 50 divided by 11 million of earnings. So they're like 4.5, 5 times levered. And that seems to be moderately okay for this kind of business, especially if they're continuing to like grow and expand like this. So they're not over levered. If I looked at that number and it was like 20 times levered and they have like negative earnings, terrible business, right? But this just shows that they're smooth. They're smooth. And then the cash flow, this shows you just like what happened over the year with the use of cash. So in 2025, they made 12 million of net earnings. They had 2 billion, or they made 12 billion of net earnings. They had 2 billion of depreciation. They had a tax asset that year. Inventories, nothing there. They spent $1.5 billion in CapEx, meaning they bought more equipment, machines, or built out something in their facilities. Like all these numbers have like a story behind it. And if you understand the business model, you can kind of tell what happened with that story. This year, I have no clue what this is, but like this is a huge jump. Negative 660, 351, and then negative 2.3 billion. Like what is this? Like there's something going on here, but this is like collateral posted settlements for derivatives. I have no freaking clue what that means. But if I was like an equity holder, potentially want to look into that, I will understand exactly what this is. You know what I mean? And what's crazy is oftentimes, like 95% of people that buy stocks don't read any of these. They only invest simply off the charts. And then the next 4% only look at like revenue on a 10K. No one really like does like forensic analysis to see like what's happening with these numbers, because the stock could be trading simply based off of the fact that revenue has been growing for Philip Morris or whatever this company is for 3 years straight. That's why it's growing. They don't know that like it's not the case, but this collateral posted for settlements for derivatives, this could be something that has existential consequences in the next 2 years. That could drastically transform the entire life of the business in the next 2 years. And folks might not be pricing that in. Little things like that, right? It's rarely the case for a business like this since they're huge. It's a mega cap, large cap. But for small cap companies with a lot less coverage, where there's still a lot of people buying and trading a stock simply off of the stock chart and activity and not looking at the fundamentals, there's a lot of things hidden in this 10K that touches on the fundamentals of a business. You get me? Like there's a lot of things. Like if you guys start reading these notes on some of these small cap companies, you'll start hearing about like so many wild things that are just like happening at like the business fundamental level that like the stock chart isn't even like reflecting. You know what I mean? And then what's cool though is like you're not trying to read these things to like play like, ooh, gotcha, it's mispriced. Instead, it's like hygiene to build a pattern recognition around like, all right, in a good booming economy, cigarettes are doing really well right now. They have like pretty solid margins, 60% gross margins, and this kind of setup. And this kind of business is doing marginal CapEx. Now it's logged into my memory bank to where if I ever look at another business in a similar sector with similar business models, I can piece together trends to say that like, oh, well, actually, when interest rates went crazy, energy prices went through the roof, actually margins compressed like crazy for these kind of businesses because the largest COGS item, or largest cash drain, is CapEx into machines, which is the largest inventory item. Machine prices are going to double next year because of what's happening with energy. So if machine prices double because of what's happening with energy, this 20% EBITDA margin business is now about to become 5%. And I don't think the market's expecting that based on where they're expecting the business to trade and expand. So I think this one's way overvalued. Boom, something like that. I think a hypothetical, but that's how you can like piece patterns in context and analysis together to arrive at like a clear point of view around like what you think's happening in the narrative of a business. That's the third time I've nerded out today. And it's freaking Friday, boys. I'm supposed to be out here rizzing up. I'm supposed to be having some grown man riz out here. Nah, man, we don't riz, bro. We buy boring businesses and we hustle, boys. I told myself I'm gonna date when I'm 35. You know? Anyway. Okay, what else we got? That's why I say a 10K a day is like incredible hygiene. It's like really good for you. Cause you're just building the memory log. If you want to go OD with it, do a 10K a day, take notes on what you've read and learned, and add that note to an AI LLM or AI agent. And that AI agent can just start learning everything. Right now, if you tell it to like build patterns based on data, like it can't piece together every single insight from every single 10K in the entire world. It's just not smart enough for that, I don't think. But if you feed it your like value investor insights from what you read, it learns you, it captures patterns, and it like, yeah, it can just like really crush it that way. You know? I'm dead serious, guys. I'm gonna buy me a Mac Mini. Like when Perplexity launches, do you guys know about this? The personal computer thing? When this is live, I already added myself to the wait list. I added myself to the wait list, y'all. But this Perplexity thing here, this thing is actually sick. You better become one. This is the future, Richard.
Prioritize candidates with SwiftUI experience and draft an email to my investors, including a link to the briefing.
Got it. Re-ranking candidates for SwiftUI and launching mail to draft an email to investors.
Look at that. Bro, look at that. That's insane. And it texts you when the work is done. And it doesn't stop. Like it doesn't stop because it runs all locally on a Mac Mini. And it doesn't stop. Boys. But then, and this is exactly what OpenClaw does. But OpenClaw is about to get hacked by the Chinese and the North Koreans and Russians, right? There's like no security protocols in OpenClaw at all. That's why I tell you guys, don't trust any of these OpenClaw influencers. They're all trying to get you to tap in, click a link. And I bet you those links are sent from like malware groups. And if there's like one hidden thing in that link, it can like penetrate and capture all your sensitive information. Don't touch it, guys. Don't touch it. But this is actually going to be layered onto Perplexity's security layer. You know what I mean? Like it's built on like their security protocol. You know what I mean? So that's going to be huge. No, I heard them links are confirmed trash. It's been all over. They've been talking about that on Claude. So you see? I'm telling y'all boys, lock in, dude. Lock in, dudes. Let's see.
You didn't inherit this. You built it. Every late night, every dollar earned.
It's always on. This is so sick. Oh, look at this. And you can put a model in there. Bro, it's over for hedge fund analysts. Bro, what? Updates the model? Bro, it updated an entire Excel model. This is crazy. Find a podcast, extract information, make it into a short form. What the heck? No one better not use that on me, bro. Walter's White House turning into a rental. Dude, you can pull comps. You can pull comps. It connects to Slack. Yeah, that was funny. It was 80 rounds. That's funny. Hey, David, my guy. What up, Top Dog Shred Lord? David Nathaniel Hinkle. That's a fantastic name, Shred Lord, by the way. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shred Lord. Thank you for subscribing. Guys, I don't care what it costs. I want this so bad. I want this so bad. I want this so bad. I don't know who John Curlo is. Guys, I don't know if I want to blow up like crazy because I don't want no weirdos in our chats. I'm not trying to have no... We got like good personalities in here now. We got a small, tight, intimate little family here. I'm not trying to have no jerks in here. You know? I can't be giving out all these smart money moves to the masses. We'll lose our edge. All right, chat? Chat, I want this so bad. This would be so freaking dope, bro. This would be so dope. There's got to be a way I can network my way to get off the wait list. There has to be a way I can network to get off the wait list. I'm making that a priority. I'm going to pull some strings. I'm making that a priority. I got to get off this wait list. I want to see if they'll let me be like an ambassador for like the small business world or something. I'm adding that to my to-do list. And like chat, I text myself things to do. Now, if I have that, I can text this to them. And I can say like, network to get me off the wait list with people at Perplexity. Boom. I go to bed. I go on a date. I go to the gym. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? If there's anybody to shoot, hey, I appreciate that. That's what I said. There's nothing that you can't do. And there's no one you can't get in touch with. You just got to be persistent and creative. You just got to work hard. I will fly to San Francisco and I will show up to their offices if I have to. I would do whatever I have to. I ain't messing around. I'm locked in, Shredlords. I'm locked the heck in. All right, my dogs. Well, that was fun. Fun stream. Fun Friday stream for the Top Dog Shredlords. As always, this is a safe space for this kind of energy, boys. For folks to dream, work hard, get feedback, iterate, learn, apply, grow, compound, and build things, you know? And we're doing all this without our personal computer, Perplexity. Just imagine once we got our personal agents running. We could be doing freaking video game streams while Perplexity does our AI work. Nah, but seriously, W Juan Money, W everybody in the chat, W Richard, W you guys for supporting us every step of the way. For everybody that added advice to our young bulls, I appreciate that. Because that's the beauty of what we're building here, is the community for folks to learn, to feel encouraged, to feel like they have support from others. That's what it's about, bro. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? I wish I had like a ecosystem like this when I was young. And I just want to create that kind of safe community for everybody if they want to. And it costs absolutely nothing, bro. So that's what we're here for, man. As always, God bless all y'all. Take care of yourselves mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Take care of your camp. Take care of your team. Support those that support you. Pray for those that don't. keep balling, go harder than you ever have, but also get rest. All right? The weekend is here. For some of you homeboys in high school, spring break is here. Take time to sleep. Take time to rest. Take time to get active. 10,000 steps a day. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't feed the streets, all right? Take care of home before you feed the streets, boys. All right? So let's keep rocking, boys. I will holler at y'all literally right here tomorrow for more smart money moves. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace and love, my boys. And I'll holler at y'all later, all right? Dale, hola, peace, peace. Kenny Impossible, Please bring private equity videos. Hey, I ain't gonna say too much, but I might have recorded a video last night. Top dog, shred, Lord, peace. Bye. And that bull, give our young boy the best, all right? I'm hoping little project with wealthy baby. Send that kid to the moon, my dogs. All right, y'all, much love, peace. Happy freaking Friday, my boys. Dale.